Hey everybody, welcome to ECBA 308, Marketing and Advertising. This is David Britt coming to you today from the harbor in Sydney, Australia. Behind me you see the iconic Opera House. I'm going to spin this, please don't get dizzy. That's the Sydney Harbor Bridge. And over there is the Celebrity Solstice, which is the ship that we came in on this morning from New Zealand. Well, welcome to the course. I look forward to the next 7 weeks together. One of the things that you should know about me is I travel quite a bit, and so what I try to do each week is give you a video that reviews the prior week's lesson and then previews the upcoming week's lesson. And so regardless of where I am in the world, I like to make sure that you are kept updated on what's going on in the course. The other thing that I try to do specifically for the marketing and advertising class is I try to intersperse some international advertising. I came up with a really fun one today that I'll share with you here in a couple of weeks. But I'll take some pictures and show you some different things that talks about branding and marketing and advertising on the international scale, because as you well know, we are a global world today as it relates to marketing and advertising. So again, welcome to the course. I look forward to the next few weeks together. Well, I also want to say Merry Christmas. Today's the 21st. I'm recording this on the 21st of December 2014, but by the time you see it, you will have already had Christmas and probably New Year's. And so, again, I hope you had a Merry Christmas time with family and are ready to study the wide world of marketing and advertising. A couple of things to note. Some folks in this class, this may be your first class in the ECBA program, but many of you have gone through the Foundations course. I do know that we have some other students who are taking this course as an elective, perhaps from the on-ground program. And so you may have a little bit more of a struggle as it relates to understanding the e-college and online platform. And I'm going to send out some information and put it in the announcements as well that will make you all, those folks who aren't part of the ECBA program, give you an offer to spend an hour with me on the phone, and I can help walk you through and give you some navigation tips on how to better utilize e-college. And I do this for brand new students in our master's program, and they tell me that it's the best hour that they spend in the course. Not because it's with me, but just because it helps answer some of the questions that they have about, well, how do I get to the ebook? How do I find this? How do I post a discussion board post? How do I fill in the blank? And so I'll send some information out, and if you happen to be in a sociology major or a major in another on-ground program there at CSU, I want to make sure that I do my part to help you not struggle with the navigation. So please take me up on that. I'll send out that information here shortly as well. Like I say, each week what I try to do is give a review of the prior week and a preview of the upcoming week. And so this one is just sort of a welcome to the course. This is going to be it's one of my favorite courses that I teach. For many years I was in marketing and advertising with the Gatorade division of the Quaker Oats Company, and with ConAgra Foods, with Healthy Choice, Marie Callender, and those brands. And so marketing and advertising is really what I cut my teeth on. And so from a very practical perspective, I try to intersperse those types of concepts into the course and hopefully make them very helpful and useful for you going forward. And like I say, depending on where I am in the world, I'll give you pictures or I'll shoot you videos and ask your ideas on what am I looking at from an international perspective. So it's really kind of interesting sometimes, the things that you see internationally that all have a basis in Madison Avenue in New York City, but they take a different twist sometimes on the international stage. The very first week, a couple of things I want to encourage you with. Please hear this, because this is the biggest challenge that students have coming into the course. Every single assignment or paper that you write for me needs to be in paper format. And by that, I mean it needs to have a cover page, it needs to have an introduction heading and an introduction section, it needs to have body headings in the paper, and it needs to have a conclusion heading and a conclusion and a reference page for any references that you use in your paper. Every single paper without fail, unless I specifically say this doesn't need to be written in paper form. So please, 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 please remember that, because it costs several students points, because formatting and flow is incredibly important, not only in academics but also in business today. I can tell you, as a past business executive, if I received a proposal from someone and it was just a bunch of stuff that was on a piece of paper and didn't have any format to it, it found its way into the trash very quickly. And so there may have been some great ideas that were thrown in the trash just because it wasn't formatted in a way that I could read it. And so please make sure that you do that. I've given you a sample APA paper in the doc sharing section of the course, so use that as your template, if you will, in going forward. Week 1, you're going to have an introduction. You'll also have some different discussion boards. Now, discussion boards, I want to encourage you, every discussion board needs to have one initial post and 2 response posts to fellow classmates. Now, the initial post, please do that early in the week. I don't want to be a Nazi about this and say you have to have it in by this particular date. But just think of it this way. If everyone waited till Sunday to post their initial post to a discussion board, you wouldn't have anything to follow up with, or wouldn't have a second thing to discuss. So this is really for your benefit. It's really about discussion between you and fellow classmates. So please make sure that you do that early. If I get to where I don't see that that's happening, I'll probably have to impose a due date early in the week. I know some professors do that. Don't get on to them if they do, and I don't. We just choose to do things differently. So just make sure that you do this. This is a pretty large class, so my hope is that we'll have several comments early in the week. This week you'll also see things about the 4 Ps of marketing, and that'll be in your discussion board as well. I think that's discussion board. It's either discussion board or it's in a different case study. But 4 Ps are product, promotion, price, and place. Those are the key things that you'll find in marketing, and we'll refer to those quite a bit in the course. So make sure that you study those. Also, look at the announcements each week. I post a lot of things to the announcements, and I don't do that to waste your time or cause you to have extra reading. I do it because I hope that it provides additional help and different things for you to take a look at. Sometimes they're very whimsical things. There are a couple of videos that I've posted, one on the 4 Ps of marketing and one on marketing in general, that I'd like for you to take a look at. So every time you log into the course, I would encourage you to look at the announcements. And then after the very first week, you'll see these videos will be posted in the announcements as well. So you'll see something that says Lesson 2 Introduction, or Lesson 2 Video, or Lesson 2 Review, and Lesson 3 Preview, things like that. And there'll be a video that I'll do that'll be 5 or 6 minutes long based upon where I am in the world. And that'll highlight the particular things that I find of interest for the past week, and then also in the upcoming week. So it's great chatting with you. I also want to encourage you that just because I'm probably 10,000 miles and 18 hours away from you, all in a time zone, that I am totally accessible. So if you need to chat with me, bounce me an email, and we'll make sure that we connect. The only thing that would hinder that is if it happens to be 5 o'clock for you and it may be 3 o'clock in the morning for me. I don't know. So I will almost always get back to you same day, certainly within 24 hours, unless I'm on a ship or something. But I'm very accessible. And I also, again, I encourage you that if any of you have a question, I'm going to post that appointment scheduler out there. Set up an hour with me on the appointment schedule. I do that the very first week. I don't do it in the subsequent weeks, so you'll need to bounce me an email on those. But particularly for those new students who are on-ground students at CSU, if you need some help with the eCollege platform and the navigation, please contact me. And again, we'll set up some time and spend an hour on the phone. When you call me and we set that up, make sure that you have internet access and you're next to your computer, because what we'll do is we'll walk through the course and we'll walk through the platform that way. Okay? So again, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I really look forward to the next 7 weeks of studying, again, one of my favorite courses to teach in the undergraduate program of marketing and advertising. So have a great day. Talk with you soon. Thanks.